Good day to all of us here. May introduce to you the Program Implementation Review and Strategic Planning in Reading.
Division Reading Programs relative to DepEd Memorandum Number 173, Series 2019, Hammond, Bawat Bata Bumabasa, Region 10 Project CNR and Division Memorandum Number 728 Series 2019, the schools in this division, amidst pandemic happening around the world, is committed to extend quality learning at home. It continuously aims to elevate reading comprehension skills of the learners by amplifying its campaign of establishing an innovative reading program in the new normal. Through the use of blended teaching modality, the task of learning A to Z of at least 200 leveled vocabularies for effective reading, which is B more power V200 or powerful optimum words for equitable reading of 200 vocabularies to accelerate communication language skills of the learners. DepEd Ms. or launch the rollout of the Division Reading program, which is the Power V200. This will serve as word bank of the learners.
To reverse the effect of the restriction of face-to-face instruction on reading, the division launched Be More Power V200, whereby the learners are tasked to learn 200 leveled vocabularies in 10 weeks program. This is incorporated in the learning modules given to learners every week. There are 4 stages of developmental reading, namely, reading readiness, beginning reading, period of rapid growth, and period of refinement. Each of these are monitored and supervised by the school heads, PSDS, and EPS to track the momentum and accelerate learners' reading mastery. The reading program of DepEd Ms. helps the learners to build key skills to help them with their studies. It helps as their guide during this pandemic. DepEd finds ways on how to help the learners with their comprehension and vocabulary skills. This reading program involves not just reading but also writing and vocabulary. Some schools utilize the program, especially those who are reader, to boost their vocabulary. This reading program is highly effective for those low-achieving pupils and for struggling learners. The reading program was very successful because it dramatically reduced the number of learners who have extreme difficulty in learning to read and write. This reading program ran from February 15, 2021 to May 30, 2021. The learners submitted all the Power V200 materials. Because of the support from the stakeholders, the program becomes successful. They are fully aware of the implication that if this program fails, the learning process and the learners will suffer. Everyone rallied together to achieve the collective goals amidst the pandemic that puts us all through. Data on numbers of learners pulled out 100% of the schools, both elementary and secondary, in the division of Ms. implemented the reading program. All learners from different schools were provided assistance for Power V200, which does not only cater struggling learners but also to those who are readers. 80% of the learners were mainstreamed or moved from frustration to instructional level after the implementation of the program. Distance learning resources. DepEd Ms. provided SLMs as primary learning resources from quarter 1 to 4. Video lessons and radio-based instructions were also provided for enhancements. Pupils who have devices at home can access these enhancements. Next, learners were provided SLMs in 1:1 or 1:2 ratio. There has been a weekly distribution and retrieval of SLMs. Activity sheets also were given to learners, especially those who lack expected learning competencies. Next, 100% of learners utilize the given SLMs. Parents will receive and retrieve the modules weekly. Another, from quarter 1 to 4, all of the above-mentioned learning resources are created and quality assured. After the teacher give assessment, and if ever, pupils got low scores, they are reinforced by activity sheets or enhancements. Another, Power V200 materials were given in modular form. All districts of DepEd Ms. were augmented by giving 20 basic sight words to learners in every grade level. The portals of LRMD and DepEd Common provide supplementary materials to facilitate learning amidst pandemic. Through this portal, teachers can download, improve or adjust to meet the needs of the learners. Supplementary reading materials were also found in Misamis Non-Reading Group 2021 FB page. Moreover, supplementary reading materials and videos can also be accessed at the FB page of Grade 1 DepEd Ms. Group. Learning resources can also be accessed through DepEd Ms. MTBMLE and Reading Coordinators Group. Support to learners. All learners were given access to the different learning portals like DepEd Commons, LRMDS and other online platforms. FB group were open to everybody who wants to access the learning resources uploaded to the group. All learners also have access to learning modules. Parents will provide contact numbers to the teacher and vice versa. If they don't have cell phones, contact number of their neighbor will do. Next is intensive follow-up and home visitation following minimum health standards to all the learners to ensure that learning happens and participated by all learners. Teachers also simplified activity sheets, especially those with disabilities. The teacher will reach out them through phone calls, SMS or via messenger. Some schools also offer special education class. Recorded videos were given to their guardians and were give short orientation regarding the process of SLMs. Teachers provided localized reading materials also. Learning spaces were provided as well to less fortunate learners. Some districts were provided by LED TVs by their LGU together with learning spaces. Teachers also conducted home visitations to pupils in need of reinforcements. Non-readers and slow readers were provided reading materials along with the SLMs. Reading video lessons were provided also to them. Basic activity sheets were also provided to develop their understanding skills. Bridging activities to struggling learners were also given to them. Teachers continuously encourage parents and learners to be always optimistic amidst pandemic. Teachers and administrators always continue to give motivation and inspiration to parents and learners. Constant communication to learners and parents will resolve learners' needs. Through school-based feeding program, milk feeding, Milo distributions and launching of community pantry uplift learners' eagerness to participate in school. Teachers also support the social and emotional aspects of the learners through connecting group chats. Through home visitation and parents' consultation, activities, techniques, and goals which are interactive and interdisciplinary, realistic rather than esoteric, or assurance that slow learners can catch up and improve their reading skills. Physical and social interaction are not possible, thus, emotional well-being is compromised. For the teachers, several support were provided like safe and secure working environment, giving OG health and sanitation supplies, and psychosocial support. School head conducted LAC session to teachers about making weekly home learning plan. Technical assistance also were given to teachers, encouraged teachers to align the weekly home learning plan with the MELC and based on the SLMs. Conducting of webinar and enhancement activities in using different teaching apps were provided. Teachers attended various virtual and online seminars and trainings in relation to new normal education. School heads provide technical assistance on unpacking of competencies. Contextualization were discussed during LAC session. Various safety and health kits were given to the teachers. Support to school leaders, giving of technical assistance, online webinars, online training and online courses were undergone to be adept in addressing challenges and issues in the implementation of new normal education. Slack were conducted every school. Conduct of virtual Kumustahan to school heads. LDM-1 for school heads and LDM-2 for teachers were conducted. Innovations minimizing the number of learners at risk of dropping outs. Conducted home visitation to encourage learners to continue their studies in a positive way. Giving of rewards to learners who returned modules on time. Conducting of reading remediation. Monitoring of pupils, constant follow-up of parents, providing of supplementary reading materials, and constant communication through text, calls and chat were done. Being flexible and sensitive to pupils. Provide easier assessment. Mentoring builds positive relationship between mentor and mentee. Teachers' resourcefulness were developed. Giving of incentives to learners and guardians with positive response promotes motivation and eagerness. To minimize learners at risk of dropping outs, some districts initiate the following. 1. District initiative on 5 minutes Kumustahan, Text Mo, Tawag Ko program. 2. Random act of Kindis or RAC. 3. 5-minute phone tutorial. 4. Creating of group on Messenger. 5. Care or creative activity resource enhancement. 6. Basayanihan, Redelivery Modular, Red Media, Virtual or Digital, Read Eat Modular, from Saleh National High School. 7. Trumpa Aralan Initiative from Alapuatan Integrated School. 8. Sa Karatan Mo, Nakabasa Ko, an initiative from Guinalaban Elementary School. Monitoring results on tome checking on learners' activity sheets, summative tests, performance task, and giving of immediate feedbacks. Giving of summative tests and performance tasks every after 2 weeks. Reading outputs were checked and recorded by the teachers, and communication with learners and families are strongly implemented in all schools in the districts. Challenges and gaps in the component. Below is Division Reading Program. Under the challenges and gaps, learners incompletely answers Power V200 reading program. With limited skills in reading and vocabularies, pupils did not able to finish answering the tasks and mastery of the competencies were not achieved. Action taken and recommendations. First, constant follow-up to parents about their child's performance. Second, activities and reading exercises were given to develop speed and accuracy. Third, employed different activities to bridge the gaps of learning every Monday and retrieved every Friday. Responsible persons are teachers, parents, learners, facilitators and school heads. Next under the component is innovation. Challenges and gaps. First, localized reading materials. Second, pupils' performance and progress cannot be measured well. Action taken. 1. Localized materials were given to learners with SLMs. 2. Provide venue to establish communication and scheduled video chats to measure pupils' progress. Responsible persons are teachers, parents, learners, facilitators, principal or school head. Next is monitoring results. The challenges and gaps. 1. Less MPS in English. 2. Lack of parental support. Action taken. 1. Identify the less mastered competencies and design activities to enhance mastery level of competencies. 2. Look for family members who can act like teachers. Responsible persons are teachers or advisors, school heads and parents. Challenges and gaps under the component is reading program. Challenges and gaps are turning frustrated readers into instructional readers, intensifying reading remediation with limited physical interaction. Action taken reading remediation. Responsible persons or advisors and reading coordinator. Next is reading comprehension. Challenges and gaps is can read but cannot comprehend. Action taken is provide practice reading worksheets with comprehension questions. Responsible persons are parents, guardian, teachers, school head and learners. Fluency in reading. Challenges and gaps as learners can read but takes minutes to finish one passage. Action taken is giving reading passages with estimated reading minutes. Responsible persons are parents, guardian, teachers, school heads and learners. Reading difficulties on simple sentences. Challenges and gaps as cannot read simple sentences. Action taken is provide audio-video reading exercises and some reading worksheets. Responsible persons are parents, guardians, teachers, school heads and learners. Pupils' performance. Challenges and gaps are inability to submit performance tasks, inability to finish the tasks in the SLM, and difficulty to follow instructions. Action taken are follow up the pupils, share and discuss with parents about the performance of the pupils, and provide remedial activities with pupils. Responsible persons are teachers, parents, and pupils. Teachers' time management. Challenges and gaps as time constraint in finishing their responsibilities. Action taken are enhance time management and encourage to try new strategic ways to budget bond papers. Responsible persons are school head and teachers. Next is resources. Challenges and gaps as limited resources. Action taken as manage wisely the resources and frequent staff meeting for suggestions. Responsible persons are school head and teachers. Last is implementation of distance learning. Challenges and gaps are digital gaps in education and lack of daily accompaniment. Action taken are give printed modules since internet availability is very poor, and make group chats for parents and pupils. Responsible persons are teachers and advisors. Plans and next steps for planned activities. Building vocabulary and reading comprehension. Target dates will be on April-July 2021. Responsible persons are teachers, school leaders, parents and learners. Online reading target dates will be June 24, 2021 to July 5, 2021 and responsible persons are teachers, parents, and pupils. Follow-up learners or home visitation target dates will be June 10 to 18, 2021 and responsible persons are teachers, parents and learners. Make more activity sheets for learners. Target dates will be June 14 to 18 and responsible persons are teachers, parents, and pupils. Using vocabulary they learned in the Power V200 target dates will be end of 4th grading period as part of the performance task. Responsible persons are parents, teachers and pupils. Reading remediation. Target dates will be June 1st to July 1st, 2021. Responsible persons or advisors and reading coordinator action plan and action research. Target dates will be October-December 2021, and responsible persons or advisors and reading coordinator provide practice reading worksheets with comprehension questions. Target date will be every Friday. Abid responsible persons or parent, guardian, teachers, school head and learners giving reading passages with estimated reading minutes. Target date will be every Friday, and responsible persons or parents, teachers, school head and learners provide audio-video reading exercises. Target date will be every Friday, and responsible persons are the same on the above. Home visitation. Target date is year-round, and responsible persons or teachers, parents and pupils upgrade reading materials. Target date is year-round, and responsible persons or teachers, parents, and pupils. Briga da Escuela, Virtual Reading Camp. Target dates will be July-August 2021. Responsible persons or PSDS, school heads, teachers, parents, learners and LGU. Conduct of district virtual training for learning delivery modalities, literacy and numeracy remediation and enhancements. Target dates will be the beginning of school year 2021-2022, NAD July 2021. Responsible persons or PSDS, school heads and teachers. Conduct of school LAC training of teachers. Target dates will be every month. Responsible persons or reading coordinator, school head and teachers. Conduct of school PTA and parents orientation. Target dates will be every month. Responsible persons will be reading coordinator, school head, teachers, PTA, parents. Monitoring and supervision of implementation of program, learning modality, and learners progress. Target dates will be monthly. Responsible persons or school head and teachers. Distribute and collect templates or written assessment for the purpose of monitoring learners' progress. Templates in vocabulary building and reading progress. Target dates will be monthly. And responsible persons or school head and teachers. Thank you very much. Stay safe and God bless.